Y'all, I just come to speak on the 16-year-old who says she's knows she's white. I spoke on it a couple of days ago or a day or so ago, saying that, you know, at 5 years old, her mama could have did something to stop her from being like that. You could have got her some help. But now you have her sister who's speaking out saying that it's no way her mother would allow a 5 year old in her house to be talking like that. Her mother was the type person who probably would have popped her in her mouth or, probably would have did something to her to, to keep her from acting like that and talking like that. There's bloggers who going around saying that she took down pro black post off her Facebook page. She did all this just to get a free trip to LA because they live in Detroit. And from the story that is being told by the sister Nina.K, her Instagram is Nina.K, Nina.Kimberly underscore is Nina.Kimberly underscore, saying that her mother met this white man when she was visiting or in a mental institution, and I guess when they got released, they kept their relationship going. Cause I know a lot of times when you in places like that, or you in rehab or mental institutions, y'all not supposed to date each other. Y'all not even supposed to have contact with the opposite sex. So whatever happened with that was when they got out, they kept dating each other. But the mother is such a whore, she started having babies on him. Ended up, but by the time he died, she ended up with 6 kids that did not belong to this man, because each and every last one of them are fully black. You're gonna get with this white man that you obviously was not in love with, because if so, you would have changed your ways. Everybody know that you can change if you want to, but if not, you're not. Sometimes you get with a person and you see how good hearted they is, you change. But if you just don't care and you know this man gonna take care of you regardless of what you do, you gonna keep doing it. After you did it from the first child, he stayed. You did it from the second child, and they said the reason why he always said he stayed is because say people used to ask him why you stay and put up with the fact that she's sleeping with all these other black men and having children. Even like she went out with other white men and had more children. She went out with these black men, had more children with these ghetto thugs but black men, because all her children got different daddies from what the daughter is telling. And she also is saying that the daddies wasn't there. Like, they know who their daddies are, but the daddies wasn't there for them like that. But who's to say that these men are your daddy? These men looking at the fact that this woman lived at home with a white man, then she had a whole black baby, and then gonna come put it off on him. Most black men gonna be like, well, if you cheated on him with me, who's to say who else you was sleeping with? So they not gonna claim y'all. They might know there's a possibility that y'all child, and if they upstanding men and really did not know that she was with this white man until she got pregnant and came and told him she was pregnant as a possibility it could be her husband's on, until the baby came out fully black. That's when she knew. I mean, these men probably wasn't what her white husband was. It seemed like she like hood men. We're going to get into that in a minute. The one thing I want to talk about is this man stayed. You stayed. This woman had baby after baby after baby on you, and you stayed and keep them in a decent lifestyle. Y'all was able to live in the white suburb area. You didn't have to go and live in the white hooded area, because they're white hoods too. Why people sit there act like there's no white hood. There's white poor areas, then there's middle class areas, then there's the rich area. And I was like just like blacks. I grew up in the black middle class area. Yeah, we came from the black poor area, but my mama made sure that every year or every so many years we moved up. And when she got with the man she married, she made sure she told him that as well. But my point is, he put them in that lifestyle no matter what his mental state was. He kept them in that lifestyle. And when he died, instead of her going out and getting a job and keeping them in their lifestyle, she must have went through the money they had because she said that her mother always liked Gucci and Finna and Coach and getting her hair and nails done. She didn't care about her children having. So when they had to move to an apartment in the city, in I guess low income or whatever it was, she was like, it couldn't have been low income because they say sometimes they didn't even have lights on. So wherever they was living, it must have been somewhere that was still cheap that she could go out here and hustle up a little bit of money to pay their rent because they had a place to stay. They just didn't always have food and lights. And with that being said, because anybody who live in the low, I tell you, they got to pay that light bill. Because as soon as that landlord find out that light bill place tell that landlord you ain't paid your light bill, you out of there. They're going to give it to the next low income person. So what I'm saying is to make this video not so long, um, is that so she kept a roof over their head. She just didn't give a damn about how they was being treated, and that they didn't have food. So they said that the mama went out and got a boyfriend because the mama couldn't, the mama just ain't been without a man and had multiple men at any given time. And she said that the mama, um, the mama tried to teach her how to be an escort and tried to tell her about being an escort and made it seem like it was something good. So escorting must have been where she get her rent money from, but she wasn't gonna pay the light bill with it because she needed her hair and nails and her little Gucci. And her new boyfriend needed his Gucci and his whatever to wear too, cause they said she would buy him too when he came along. And they said before the daddy died, this daughter was she grown now because she got two children and stuff. But they said when she was 14 years old, the mama was over there jacking the daddy dick. The man she called daddy, the white man. She was sitting over there jacking the stepdaddy dick in front of the girl. The girl, 14-year-old, come, daddy, um let me tell you about my homework. And they were saying something about the homework where um I guess they gave you a sentence, and when you read the sentence, you had to write it correctly. And she said she was reading the sentence, and it was very ghetto-y like talk, the way most people say southern slaves used to talk, slave talk. She said it was just all this ghetto hood talk that they wasn't allowed to talk because they stepdaddy was more of he was a strickler when it came down to the homework, and he was a strickler about what went on in his home. He was more he had more control over the household. He just didn't have control over his wife. And I can understand that she a grown woman. You can't make her do nothing she don't want to do, and you can't stop her from doing nothing she don't want to do. She a grown woman. That's what most men fail to realize. And I guess he just said, well, you know, because by the looks of him, he was a big man from the picture she showed. He was a big old man. So, a lot of big people have low self-esteem. And they probably say, well, I can't get no better than this. At least she come home at night. A lot of people say that, well, at least he come home at night or at least she come home at night. But what that look like, they out here having babies with other people. How did that look? That look crazy for you to be saying, at least they come home at night, but they done went out and made a baby with somebody else. Ain't even your baby. Y'all in living in the house having sex with each other. That mean they out in the street getting possibly AIDS and all kind of STDs, and they could be bringing them home to you. No telling what he died of, cause she didn't say what he died of, and when they was on the show, they didn't say what he died of. But they saying that she's saying that the girl, the sister Treasure, if that's her real name, because she's saying something about a tiara, and her Facebook page was a tiara, not Treasure. Um, but she's saying that Treasure never acted like that. Treasure never was taught that. Treasure was 4, 5 years old when that man died. So Treasure never started acting like that just because that man died. They say Treasure was neglected like the rest of them. Their mama started neglecting them like the rest of them. Treasure started stealing from the CVS, buying fake weed and selling it like it's real weed. Treasure was doing what she thought she had to do in order to make it in this world because her mother didn't care what she did. Instead of going to school, getting an education, coming home and trying to make something of yourself, Treasure fell into the hood rat category. Drop out of school, do what I want to do, and because in Detroit they feel like if you're not 18 years old, by law you may be able to drop out of school, but we need to go see what's your reason for dropping out of school. Why? And then I remember when I was in school. I'm in my 30s now, but like I remember when I was in school, people wanted to drop out. They because they quit coming to school. They just kept cutting. So they got to the point where they would cut a whole day, not cut periods, cut a whole day, cut a whole entire day of school. And then is the next thing you know is the school looking at them like, why are you here? We been, we been, you know, oh, I'm starting to come back every day. I remember I was sitting in the attendance office signing in from one of my doctor's appointments because my mama always made our doctor's appointment in the morning. Regardless of whether we drove ourselves or not, she still made our appointments in the morning. And I remember 16 years old, I wasn't driving no way. But anyway, I had just got to school from a doctor's appointment, and this boy was arguing the woman in attendance down that he was gonna come to school every day, and that he didn't need a the sign, the slip saying that he was dropping out, and they was like, well, if you don't come to school the rest of these days of school, um, you gonna fail anyway because you done missed over your 10 days of school, but we gonna basically they was telling him he was gonna be considered a dropout if he didn't come every day for the rest of the school year. He didn't show up. He didn't show up. And he was considered a dropout because I remember somebody else was talking about it saying that he done dropped out of school. I said, no, they consider him a dropout because he ain't coming to school. I said he should come and get counted present, and then if he want to leave, just leave. I mean, they can't hold you there. You're 16 years old. You can't sign yourself out, but they can't hold you there either. And if your other teachers are saying that you didn't come to school, at least you got one attendance in the beginning of the morning that say, well, he was here. Where he was the rest of the day, I do not know. But that one that was gonna count to keep you from failing, you should have at least showed your butt every day. From from the first day of school to the last day of school, you should have showed your butt unless you was sick. I mean, should have showed your butt. So, but the way she was explaining it is in Detroit, they call CPS on you because she probably just turned 16. She was 15. So even if she wasn't going to school at the age of 15, some people feel like you old enough to do your own time. Here in the state of South Carolina, they gonna make you do your own time. You don't go to school, you gonna do your own time. You might have to do 30 days, and then depending on how many days you don't miss a school, they might send you to do 30 days. It depends on if they turning it in. If some people at that district office who do the attendance for the school district ain't turning that stuff in, you may be good. You may be very good to get away with it. But how long you think you're gonna be able to get away with it? So they call CPS. The mother has been hiding her, so they said she was staying at a family member's house, and that family member wasn't making her go to school. That family member was letting her do whatever she needed to do. And they said that she said that Treasure should be locked up because Treasure needs to get her GED. Treasure not gonna make it in this world doing the things she doing, acting the way she acting. And she said, and most people look at the mother and say, well, you came up with this idea thinking Dr. Phil gonna pay y'all something, and all he did was give y'all a trip to LA. And so how stupid do y'all look? Treasure came up with the idea. The mama just went along with it, not knowing what was they weren't getting, and probably didn't know at first they weren't getting paid. The sister said when they came back, she found out they didn't get paid, and the mama was like, "Well, she just want to be a meme. Who wants to be a meme? Now you're gonna have people laughing at you because yeah, you're gonna be a meme, but now you're gonna be a meme on the other side. The meme you thought you was gonna be is not the meme you think you gonna be now. Now that your sister saying that people are coming on her Instagram page telling her, did you know they was going asking questions, people asking her questions. She said people coming for her. She didn't just reach out to people. People asking her, did you watch the show? Why you wasn't on the show? When did your sister start acting like this? Because they say 5 years old. When did your sister stop acting like this? They said they even had friends of hers who can vouch and say they never knew her acting like this. Cause she moved to the city part of Detroit when she was 4, 5 years old. So she know nothing but black people, nothing but hood rats, nothing but ghetto people. And she said for that matter, her sister is nothing but a hood rat. If you stealing, selling people synthetic hair, telling them that that's Brazilian hair or Malaysian hair, that's 100% hair that came out of somebody's head, you selling them um what she say? You selling them $1 and $2 packs of hair for $50. They should have known that wasn't no Malaysian hair for no $50 anyway. Now no real might have been some Remy, but it ain't gonna be no real 100% human hair. It might be Remy, but not no human hair, not for no $50. They thinking they getting a deal, buddy. $50. 100% real human hair gonna cost you. Some people say they pay 100 and some dollars per pack, $200. I done heard people say I pay $300 for a whole head full of weed. They got a whole head full of weed and they pay $300. You got enough to put in your head for $50. You should have known something was up. Yeah, people can get packs of weed for 100 and some dollars, and you getting it for 50. But she said that some of those people, when they found out that hair was fake, they was looking for her. They was coming for her. And she said there's just a lot of stuff that went on in her life that made Treasure want to do stuff like this. The mother going along with it because she wants to be kept in her lifestyle that she was used to when she was with the white man. And now that she couldn't, I guess when you die, I'm sure when you die, you have an insurance policy. And if you spending that money on clothes and shoes and going out to eat, getting your hair and nails done, money go fast. So that money probably gone. After his funeral, that meant she probably went through that money. And if her children didn't get in there nowhere, because all she was worrying about was herself. She wasn't worrying about nothing. She went out and had another baby. After the man done died, she done went out and had another baby. That baby 5 years old. That baby 5 years old. You got a 16-year-old and you got children younger than you got a son younger than Treasure. And then you got a 5-year-old as well. And then she tell the story about the boyfriend that the mama with, I guess what the boyfriend the mama with now talking about she thinks somebody she married the man or something. But anyway, she married somebody after the stepdad. Um I don't know if it's this boyfriend that she with now or the one before that. But her boyfriend she had right after her husband died, he used to keep beer bottles all over the house. She said that the beer bottles on the side of the beer bottle they had, like on some beer bottles or cans or whatever, they tell you how much you can get for that bottle or that can or whatever. So he said her brother took it because they ain't had no food in the house and he wanted them to have something to eat. Say he took the beer bottle and took the beer bottles, took out, got a bag and bagged them all up, took them and turned them in so he could have money to buy food. And say when the boyfriend came home, he found out that the boy done took his beer bottles and bought food with it. He was mad because the boy touched the bottles. He probably was saving them to do the same thing. Or you know how some men, if they say they little bottles or whatever. But most people say liquor bottles, not beer bottles. You saving beer bottles and then gonna get mad because this boy took your beer bottles. So the mama came home. He told the mama about it, and the mama got upset because the boyfriend was upset. And so, in order to prove to the boyfriend that she had his back, she was on his side, her son was wrong, she took him and let some little thugs, paid some thugs. Now you had money instead of just giving the boyfriend the money that the beer bottles was worth, or the money to go buy some more beer so you can have some more bottles sitting around your house, or whatever the case was. You gonna take that money and go pay some thugs to beat up your son. They took a pipe, they beat him up. Then you gonna try to dump your son off on a family member. And no family members told you they didn't want nothing to do with it because if he died, if he died while at their house, then they can get uh, um and um they could be in a murder case because clearly they gonna see that that boy's face was beat in. So she let him continue bleeding all over her backseat. Didn't take him to no clinic, no hospital, no nothing. Just let him bleed all over her backseat. Brought him home and just let her boyfriend see that she done beat him up, had him beat up like that. And they sat there and watched him. And they said that they had to get him and clean his face up. And going through all that, I can see where she trying to scheme up some to get clout. But why say you are racist against your own race? The best thing to do was to go on Dr. Phil's show and say, I want to bring my mama on here to say that she wasn't a good mama and to get clout off that. Don't get clout off being a racist against your own race. Like I said in my other video about her. At 5 years old, you do not know the difference between, you might know the difference between black and white, but you don't know all that unless you hear people talking about it, unless you heard it at your little friend houses or something. And they say that she always played with the black girl. She always was friends with all the black girls. That most of her friends, when they lived in the suburb at 5 years old, just about all her friends was white. Most of her friends was white. I mean black. Most of her friends was black. And when she moved to the city, they moved into the city limits. She said she still got black friends. To this day, she got black friends, and her black friends are asking questions about why she acting like this, why she did this, why she went on the Dr. Phil show, because now she trying to act like she don't want nothing to do with them. Now she trying to act like she's a black racist, like she's a racist against blackness. She should be a racist against her teeth looking like that. I know mine ain't the prettiest thing, but I would not want to come on TV and my teeth had all them gaps in it. My hair wasn't done. Because her sister said her hair was not done. That's not her hair done. You're going to have some white people on Dr. Phil's show to probably flat iron your hair to make it look like what you think it don't look like, and then you actually went to Dr. Phil's show acting this way, having Dr. Phil to actually believe you this way. Because Dr. Phil was just on the Breakfast Club this morning saying that he believes that she's this way and that he didn't put her on his show to get clout. He didn't he didn't put her on the show to get ratings up. She did that on her own. But her sister's so mad at Dr. Phil because she's saying if Dr. Phil didn't know about the fact that she was faking, then Dr. Phil don't do good research. His team of researchers don't do good research to put people on the show. I will agree with that. I will. He didn't do good research putting her ass on that show, because if people can go on her Facebook and find these posts that say she does and she that and she talking about black people is the fastest stinking race or group of people in the world because we ain't doing nothing but killing up ourselves and the police help in the process. That sounds like a Black Lives Matter situation. And why would why would you be black and be racist against your own race and be having stuff that may consider you part of the Black Lives Matter group? They said now she's trying to take all that stuff down off her Facebook and make her Facebook seem like it's just all about her being a racist against her race. And now she's trying to not associate herself with her black friends. That's why they reaching out to her sister, wondering why she acting like this and doing all this. But I think that her sister is getting a little bit of clout because why would you be totally mad at Dr. Phil? You don't know Dr. Phil. You ain't talked to Dr. Phil. So do you know whether Dr. Phil actually knew for a fact it was fake? All you know is somebody, the way Dr. Phil tell it, somebody writes in and he picks the, they picks the story they want. So all I can do is say to the sister Nina is don't be mad at Dr. Phil because he chose your sister's story thinking that he had a legitimate story and he don't. Be mad at your sister because she wanted to go on national TV and act her ass, because that's her ass. But y'all hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'm out.